Greetings. I look forward to returning to my podcast, to having great guests, to bringing great content, to being present with you all, and to delivering messages, inspiring, motivational tips. And I hope that you will share with others what I'm going to share with you. The Healing Poetic Podcast will be back up and running starting next week, and I look forward to spending time with you all. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome! It's Keya McClain, and I am back. I am so elated to be returning to my podcast. This was something that I enjoyed immensely. It was something that I really had submerged myself in. However, knowing me, I have submerged myself in many projects. But I'm excited to be back in podcast land with you all. I'm Keya McClain. I am your host. I am excited again to be back. Now, this is my very first episode back in podcast land. This episode is called Broken Wing. And first, I'm going to tell you how you can follow me if you aren't already following me. So on Instagram, I'm at Keya McClain the Poet, KeyaMcclain the Poet. You can also follow me on any other social media by just plugging in my name, Keya McClain. You can visit my website, keyascoaching.com, KEYAS coaching.com. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about some things. So first, this podcast is inspired by my 3-part Poetic Healing Expression series. In the 3 books that I've published, first being My Words Healed My Soul, published in May of 2016. My second book, The Depths of My Soul Healed Through Love and Empowerment, released in May 2017. And my last book, part of that series, is called The Constant Road to Healing. Now, that came out in May of 2018. So let me tell you something. I have wrote about a number of things in all 3 of those books. All of those things comprised of parts of healing, my process and my road to healing. I talk about abundance. I talk about blessings. I talk about overcoming things. I talk about tenacity and how to have clarity. I just talk about my journey, and some of it is other people's journey, just stories that I've heard, because I consider myself a storyteller as well. So I take things that other people have shared with me or other stories that I've heard, and I create a poetic story out of it. So first things first, if you have not purchased any of my books, I am just encouraging you to go over to the website and add some to the cart, okay? One of the other things that I do is I do writing. I do special writing for events. If you are considering writing an engagement poetry, if you're considering writing something for your parent that is retiring, if you give me the story, I can put it in poetic form. If you tell me something about that person, I can put it in poetic form. So that is another thing that I do. I also speak at colleges and schools, and a lot of my topics have been in the past, have been overcoming obstacles in school and the disparities in school. I have spoken on empowerment. I have spoken on pushing, no matter what obstacles may come in your way. There's a number of different topics that I have spoken on, and I would love to share a stage with you if you want to do a collaboration. And I would love for you to refer me somewhere so that I can speak and encourage a group of people, because sharing my path, I have been able to see how it has blessed others, how it has encouraged others and inspired others. And I want to continue to be able to share that message. So today's message, as I return to podcast land, is talking about broken wings. And I'm often inspired to write about things and speak about things that are just natural. I sit outside a lot. I take in the nature. And I'm always just looking at the trees and looking at the sky. And I notice so many different things about animals. But one of the things that I thought about just last week, and I was sitting outside, was when a bird has a broken wing, it's still a bird, and it will continue to try to fly. And the bird can't see a lot of times that its wing is broken. But because it's a bird, it will continue to try to fly. That's its instinct. The instinct of a bird is to fly. And although the other birds may see it and people might see it, the bird does not comprehend totally that its wing is broke. It may feel different. It may notice something isn't right. Why am I not able to flap both of my wings and soar? Because this is what I do. And as people, sometimes we are walking around with a broken wing and we don't know it. We're not able to see it, but other people can see it. Other people notice your broken wing. Other people, they can hear it when you speak. They can see it when you walk. It's your broken wing. And although you may feel different and you may know something is off and something doesn't quite feel right, you don't know what it is. But everybody else can see your broken wing. And so typically what happens is, if another bird sees a bird with a broken wing, they don't go over and help that bird. In fact, they'll take advantage of that bird with that broken wing, because eventually that bird will get weak. It can't fly, so it can't feed. It can't take care of itself. It can't protect itself. And so, if you are a person that's walking around with a broken wing, who's going to come to your rescue? If you don't see that you have a broken wing, but you feel off, you feel like something's not quite right, what do you do? What do you do if you have a broken wing, yet you can't even identify? When you feel like something isn't right in your life, when you feel like something is going wrong, you just don't feel yourself, what are you going to do about that? How do you handle that? What is the alternative? Is there an alternative? Do you accept the fact that you're walking around and something doesn't quite feel right?